What if I told you that this year already slipped through your fingers and you didn't even notice? Maybe you were so busy with the daily grind that time just faded away. It's easy to get lost in the noise, but when you look back, you realize how quickly it went by. And before you know it, months have passed and you're still in the same place. The scary part isn't that time is passing. It's that you keep thinking you have more of it. You tell yourself there's always tomorrow, but before you know it, months slip by. It's not that time is running out, it's that we convince ourselves it never will. You keep thinking, I have plenty of time, until you realize, suddenly, that you don't. You sleep late. You wake up already tired. You whisper promises to yourself like, next week I'll start. I just need to get through this phase. I'll figure it out soon. Every day, there's this hope, this tiny spark of motivation, but it fades into the routine. You keep postponing, thinking there's plenty of time. And as the days go by, you lose track of what really matters. And then another season passes. Another relationship ends. Another opportunity fades quietly into a folder in your memory. Life keeps moving, but somehow, you're standing still. Moments that should have been lived are now just memories. Time keeps slipping through your hands, and you start to wonder how much you've actually experienced. I'm not judging. I know this because I've lived it. Let me take you back to a version of me that I barely recognize now. I've been there, stuck in the same loop, with hopes fading as quickly as they appeared. I can tell you that change starts with the smallest steps, even when it feels impossible. I didn't always know it, but looking back, it's clear. It was January. Cold, gray, and hopeless. The kind of day where even the sky looks tired of pretending. I was sitting on the floor, surrounded by empty cans, dirty clothes, and a glowing screen. Everything around me felt heavy, like the world itself was dragging its feet. I was just existing, not living, and each day blurred into the next. It felt like I was stuck, waiting for something to change. Explosion, no rock bottom. Just the quiet decay of a life unlived. The scariest thing about wasting a year is how normal it feels. It's not about hitting rock bottom. Choices can accumulate over time, until you wake up and realize you've wasted precious moments. And it all feels so ordinary. It's easy to fall into this rhythm without even noticing. Everyone around you is tired. Everyone is figuring it out. Everyone is making excuses sound like poetry. And you start thinking, maybe this is just how life is. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking everyone's in the same boat. When you hear the same excuses from others, it almost feels like you're all supposed to be stuck. But it's not the way life is meant to be, and deep down, you know that. So I did something small. That night, I took a shower. That's it. But for some reason, it felt different. Like washing off a layer of fog I didn't know I was wearing. It wasn't a grand gesture. It wasn't a life-changing moment. But in that small act, I began to feel like I was starting to clear the fog from my mind, one small step at a time. Something inside me shifted, and I didn't even realize it at first. The next day, I made my bed. The next, I wrote in a journal. Then 2 sentences. Then 10. No magic. Just tiny sparks of self-respect, lit in silence. Each small action built on the last. It wasn't about big wins, it was about showing up for myself in the smallest, simplest ways, one quiet moment of self-respect at a time. And before long, those little things added up to something meaningful. I started saying no more. I cut ties with people who drained me. I turned off notifications. I watched the sunrise. I stopped needing constant noise to feel okay. I started to realize how important it was to protect my peace. I let go of things that didn't serve me, found moments of stillness, and learned that quiet could be more fulfilling than constant noise. And in that quiet, I found clarity.